What's going on, everybody? Oh, let me turn this fan off. I didn't want it all up in y'all's ear.
Hey, y'all.
My man, hey, y'all, hey, welcome back to, as Mizzle likes to call it, BBE. Okay, Black Bravo Entertainment, Monday night with your Auntie Momo and Mizzle, y'all. We are here to give y'all the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, as well as Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. Hopefully everybody has been having a good Memorial Day. Mine was good. It was good. Mizzle, what you over there drinking on? I got me some nice little ratchet apple soda.
I got a little mini Dole pineapple juice. You see?
I ain't even met. Ooh, back in the day, that used to be good. Mix it up with a little bit of vodka.
Yeah.
I use some goodness there. Okay. I actually, like I said, I got my little apple soda that I'm drinking on, and I got a little bit of water as well. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to hold on to these little young heifers of Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Because I want to fight all of them. The one girl that I did like, Mariah, she's gone off of there. We're gonna get into Martha's Vineyard in just a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and start this thing off with the review to Atlanta Housewives. If y'all missed us last night, we were here on my channel, of course, for Real Queens Real Talk with a Gentleman's Perspective. If you're watching this, you can just hit the little thing down below. You'll see where to get to my channel. I know you see that. So when you see that, then go on. It should be like on this side or this side somewhere. Just go ahead and hit the little subscribe. There you go. Then you're going to see something else with a little drop down all. That's so you get all notifications so you don't miss out on nothing no other time. Okay. Other than checking out the videos that I do, also make sure you check out my baby bro, Mizzle 14. Okay. He does a lot of watch alongs on Discord. He also does videos on YouTube here as well, on IG, as well as he's on Twitter, very active on Twitter as well. Okay. Make sure that you follow him and you check out all his videos. He did a live yesterday. What all did you go over on your live yesterday, Mizzle?
Yesterday, we talked about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Bell Collective, and Young Famous African. And also, we did 6 Brown Chicks questionnaires, question scenarios. So we split them up. So that's what we're doing. You know, different shows and stuff like that. So I'm ready to put a lot of videos. I do a lot of content. So yeah,
a whole please forgive me. I swear I'm a fucking lady. I just spilled a little bit of soda on me. Anyways, though, like I said, make sure you check out Mizzle. He got all that good over there on his channel as well. Okay. But y'all, let's go ahead and get into what we're here for tonight. Okay, we're here tonight. First off, we're going to get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, we are in season 15, episode 4. Okay, what the name of this episode was, I don't know. I couldn't quite catch it. I don't know. But I'm going to start y'all off, get y'all going on the Real Housewives, and then Miz going to get y'all going on the Summer House, Martha Vineyard. Okay, that's how we're going to tag team this thing. Okay, so we starting off with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's starting off with Kenya and Monyetta. They're in a dance studio type thing because Kenya is practicing. She's going to be doing a performance for the HBCU in Alabama. It's the Magic City Classic. When I heard the Magic City Classic, I was like, is it going to be strippers there?
Because I say Magic City.
Well, ass claps. That's the only one I knew of. I didn't know there was no other Magic City if it wasn't of the ass clapping. Taught me something, but apparently it's called the Magic City Classic, and it's in Alabama at Alabama State University.
Scripples, right?
With the scripples. I was finna say, where that happened at? Boom, 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 boom. I was the band and popping and clapping ass and all of that. I was gonna be here for it. But apparently Kenya and her 2 left feet are gonna be performing at the halftime show. At a performance sponsored by Kenya Moore Hair Care. Okay. Not only are they there practicing, they're all, talking about. I didn't know that Mark still has not signed the divorce papers for Kenya.
He's dragging it, yeah.
What are you waiting for?
Because I don't know what the status now, but I know he wanted some things. Like, I know he wanted like half of the income on a house. She wanted his part of the house and stuff like that. He wanted a lot of things, and she was not trying to hit for that and everything. So yes, he wanted some things. Hey, J Boo, and she's fighting it. So I don't know what's going on now, but I know recently he fired his lawyer. He lost his lawyer. He let go the lawyer. So obviously he didn't feel like.
What are you trying to get from this? Like, he was an asshole, and I'm not the biggest Kenya Moore fan, but he did her wrong. He did her so damn dirty, and for what? For what? He said, "You're gonna be married to me. You're gonna be married to me forever."
Oh, he said forever, like Cardi B. Oh, so he said he is down the line. You gonna be stuck with me. Like, you gonna be separated, but you ain't getting marriage for it. I don't know why.
I don't know why. Like, is he trying to? I don't know. Maybe he's hoping. I don't know. I ain't want to say nothing bad. He's hoping that something that happened to her, and with him being her husband, he can get some money if something happens to her. So I don't know what, but I don't know no other reason that you would
protect her papers of her bag.
Right. Why? You should have had him sign a prenup in the first. But you know what? Didn't Croy Hardick do the same thing to Tia, one of the sisters? Same thing. Yeah, they had signed a prenup because she met the nigga on the bus stop, and they signed a prenup. But then afterwards, he wanted like some money or something like that, and she was like, "Oh no, my brother, you signed this prenup, so you can't go back and get no money over nothing from no shit like that." She trying to Chloe him. I don't know. But like, what is he holding on to? Maybe Mark knows something we don't know. I don't know. But either way it go.
I think he from Mark and he know King who she was. and everything. He did what he did. That's what he wanted to keep her private and keep the relationship and mess her bag, try to keep it a secret and marry her and all that stuff like that. And now he got this big time thing. Now he flipping on the script like he don't want this spotlight. He don't want this around. And so I think you know who she was.
You wanted it. Yeah, you set all that shit up and you knew who the hell she was. You knew what the hell you was goddamn doing. So while they're practicing or whatnot, her little boy toy, Roy, he ends up calling and she says that the Yelp reviews came back and he got a 9.6 stars. She said he's really good and bad.
Like she background checked them.
I was like, I know she checked the whole facts, baby. The whole facts came back and said that it is guaranteed. So she said everything came back. They good on that. Next up, you got Sonya, her mother, and Sherry. They're all talking and they're going over Sonya's schedule. Now you know that what she say, he's a male. He's a male from Love and Marriage Huntsville. He ain't shit. I don't know what he is. I don't know what he is, but we trying to see. We trying to see what's going on with that. But like I said, Sonya, her mama, and Sherry, they're all talking. They're all going over Sonya's schedule. Sonya calls up Terrell. He's the brother-in-law that's working for, that's the assistant to Sonya right now. As they're all talking and they're going over her schedule, she's saying that we still got this to do. We have that to do, you know, blah, 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 blah. As she gets off the phone with him, her mother is telling her they also got the brunch coming up for Mommy Nation. You got this, and this to go on. Sonya say, I got a whole list of stuff. I don't see no check marks checked off on the list. We got this and this and this going. Oh, and on top of that, Sherry, just to let you know, Rouse said that he does kind of want to, you know, go ahead and have his house back. I know we gave y'all a year and a half, you know, or 2 years, but yeah, Rouse was saying he kind of want his space back. Sherry is like, oh. Now, in the preview, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of prejudged Sherry because I was like, "What Shezzy?" I'm getting ready. Shezzy is what she got her like her nickname and whatnot and on IG. So if I keep going back and forth between Sherry and Shezzy, it's the same damn person. Anyways, Shezzy was like, I couldn't understand why she got pissed off at first when you see the preview, but then when you go see the whole scenario, the way Sonya laid it out, it came across very selfish, like. You're laying out everything that you want, everything that you need. Oh, here, and by the way, this is what I'm gonna need from y'all and y'all, blah, 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 too. And she just kind of threw that in there like it was nothing. When she's later on talking to her mama, she says, the reason why I had y'all come with me, I uprooted y'all from Texas to Atlanta to come here and stay with me, thinking that everybody could grow, everybody could get a bag, everybody could do something. But I get here and you know, it's not working out, or this is not working out with this, blah, 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 blah. Now, like I said, I kind of felt like Sonya was being a little bit selfish in that moment because the way she delivered it was just real off. She put something that I felt like was personal and family in the mix of something that was business, and the way you delivered it came off real cold and like real selfish. How do you think it was when Sonya came across, and do you feel like Shezzy had a reason to be mad, or did Sonya have a point?
Okay,
she tried to put it off on Ross, but this is both of you.
I have a lot of thoughts about this, and because I know you watch other shows, so I'm gonna ask you some questions in between my thoughts. All right, how she came across with it? Yes, it can't come out of nowhere. I do feel the same way, but y'all had agreement. Y'all was gonna do a year or two. Y'all gave them that agreement. It's been past a year now. And I could have sworn, and they mentioned that the mother wanted to go back to Florida. She said she wanted to go to Florida. So the mom didn't trip out. She didn't trip out. And I could have sworn she said Sherry and her husband wanted to get her own place soon anyway. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why you upset when it's the timeline y'all gave, y'all
I agree.
It's getting close. Past the first year, it's getting close to the second year. And Ross said he wants his house back. So I wouldn't be mad because at the end of the day, you have a whole 2 kids and a husband. You should want your own. Mm-hmm. That's that thing. Now, uprooting you from your thing, that's a question I want to ask. So I said, Sonya ain't put no gun in your head to make y'all move. Y'all could say no and stay where y'all was at. That's one thing. And another thing is that I don't understand Sonya saying she wanted to build an empire. But is they really doing anything? Because let me ask you this. You said her sister was her hairstylist, right? How the hell she can expand from that since? She could have used clients. She could have used Sign Connects from the track meet. She could have expanded her business. She could have had a lot more money and used the connection that Sign had to get the clients. So I don't know what's going on with her.
She does. She did. Her sister had a salon here in Austin, Texas. She did. Everything was here in Texas. But once she started filming Real Housewives of Atlanta, she wanted them to come because they've always worked as like one big family. Like she's never had no outside people. Like her sister not only does her hair, she does her makeup too, and she does her styling for her as well. So she just doesn't have one role that she does for her. Like her sister does everything.
My thing is, even though it was in Texas, she could still expand. So I don't know how she could be glow because Sign with this track stuff. She could spend way more, so she could have a lot of stuff. So when she gets to Atlanta, she could maybe have set things so she can have her own. She don't have to rely on Saya and the household.
Yeah,
and the husband. You say he was doing real estate in Texas, so like that. He could still do it.
I don't. That's
and go back and forth like Ross. Ross go back and forth.
What I'm saying. I don't understand.
So why he couldn't still do that and still get the connection in Atlanta? So I don't understand what's going on with both of them because it seems like they both is not expanding and using their skill set and using Sonya as the tool to expand. So I'm thinking that y'all being kind of lazy. So it felt to me, and that's one thing. Another thing is that you in the house, you're not paying no bills. Seems like Sonya and Ross are paying the bills, so you don't have to reap the benefits. So what's the agreement between y'all when you came to the house? You would say, okay, the 1 and 2 years is fine, but also, what else? She was using you to, because I know she threw it out there that she thought, oh, I'm raising or I'm watching your son. I said, okay, and they made an observation, but you put it out there like, I don't do nothing for my son. So if you have some issue watching my son, you could have said something. Like I would feel if I was Sonya, I would say, okay, so I want Sonya to address that because she threw it out there like it was like a bad thing that I'm watching my son. And I said that's a whole family union. We all look out for each other. So I'm saying that. What was the range? If it was okay, you don't have to pay no bills. You go build up with a family. We building a connection wealth. You in the household, and I know sometimes privacy might be an issue, but if you're in the household, the family union, that's what y'all agreed upon. So now, if y'all said 1 or 2 years, why you have expanded since then? Why it was not that you have your own income that you could maybe get your own house? If that's the case, Sign can help you get another house right there and just go close by, and y'all just work on that. It's like I'm trying to understand. Like Sherry, yes, understands her feeling that she threw it out there, so good, but y'all had this mindset already set that y'all was gonna move anyway, and it feel like you being. To me, I feel like you want to reap the benefits, but don't get it. I don't know. It's just something about her sister seems off to me, and it's something that family dynamic seems off because I don't understand.
I feel like it's both of them. You ever see in some family dynamics where you want to help out that family member and you help them out so much to where, and I don't know that I'm just kind of putting this out there. I don't know because Sherry did have her own studio or like her own salon here. My cousin, as a matter of fact, used to work for Shezzy. She had her own thing and they were doing celebrity stylists. Like they had a whole thing going. Now, my cousin, since then, she's gone out and she's got her own salon. So I can say that Shezzy has brought up and trained many people. What happened to her salon? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know none of that. Yeah, she did have her own salon, and the same thing with the boyfriend. It's like, and I don't know. I don't want to say this because I don't want to put it out there wrong, but I mean, I'm just saying in general. You know how you had that family member, and you know that family member always got an idea about something, and you helping that family member out, constantly help them out to where the point to where they get almost goddamn relying on you. And it's like, you've been helping me out this goddamn long, and now all of a sudden you telling me I got to go out and do this and da-da-da-da. But it's like, you set it up for them to be that way, so you can't be mad at them that way. But then again, at the same time, you can't necessarily depend on me to do everything for you because I set the platform up for you. But it's like,
Sign has the connection. So I think it's like, I do agree with you. It's like it's kind of both things, but we have to understand Sign was the star, so it had to be centered around her. She was the star.
Yeah, yeah, at the time, right. But now
so you can't get mad because your sister was this big star and she was bringing y'all in to build with y'all. So that's what I'm trying to understand. What happened that you didn't use that to steamroll to you be successful so you won't rely on your sister so much? It seemed like y'all rely on her really a lot more and then just stay in the house. It seemed like she paying.
I feel like it's
income. It's like that. So
that's a situation that you like they all created. I don't know if they're gonna have to go to like some kind of family counseling to kind of work out that dynamic.
Resentment. I don't know what's coming from, but that sister has some resentment with Sonya.
Well, you can tell this was like this on the last show. Now, if you watch it was kind of like that because, like you hit the nail right on the head, Mizzle. Everything was centered around Sonya, around her going to the Olympics, around her gold medal dreams, and all that. So I'm not saying that maybe Shezzy was forgotten about, but a lot of attention went to Sonya. And so, but then again, I don't know. I hate to be in their fucking shoes. I just say that better y'all than me.
Yeah, it's like that. And
you know, if I get a big old lump sum of money, I ain't gonna know.
Yeah, but I was like, she's the only one. And then you go get to that, but the husband quitting. I said, what's the point of that too? So, but we get to that.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we finna get to that too, because I was like, that don't make no sense. Why would you do that? But anyways, y'all, so Marlo is getting ready for her annual Halloween photo shoot with her nephews. Her sister shows up, and I feel like Marlo was told by the producers, look here, the only way you gonna get a bag is if you mention Candy in any way possible. If everything you do in your conversation, you can get it to revert back to Candy, that is Candy fault in some kind of way. If you even say Candy name, you're gonna get paid. Because however, Marlo gonna find a way to get it back to Candy. He says that she wants to get her record expunged from 20 years ago when she had a gun, she had a charge and she was not prohibited to carry a firearm. Now Courtney all of a sudden knows somebody that can help somebody that can help her get her record expunged. Hey, Sunshine, so she can get her a concealed carry. Now Marlo then says Candy claims to be worldwide and she knows all these people. Candy ain't never helped me get my record expunged, and she don't fucking have to. Who the fuck are you, Marlo? Who are you?
I never understood.
And why do you feel like Candy been doing this? She ain't never helped you. When have you and Candy ever been good friends like that?
Never.
Ever.
No.
Never. I miss you too, Sunshine. That's my sis.
Yeah, I
like they've never been besties like that. So bitch, just because I may have connections, that don't mean shit when it comes to you, especially if me and you not cool like that. I could give a damn about your record.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either because it was like it's been a long time ago and you never really mentioned this to Candy. Like I supposed to speak on it. And I say, Candy, I mean, I think you could say it because, but I don't know. Did she really bring this up to Candy to help? Like Candy would probably help her, but she's not a law enforcement to even give her the connect to help her expunge her record. Like, why do you think she had the power?
Why she got to do that anyway?
No, she don't have to do that. So I'm not putting this on Candy. It's not a Candy reliability. Whether they were close to friends or not, that's not her responsibility to do that. That's not her responsibility to do that. And you just grasping at this point. And I'm telling you, I really don't care for Marlo. I didn't really care. I'm one of the people who didn't want her to have a peach anyway.
Baby, I've never cared for Marlo.
I'm not speaking with her. I'm giving her a chance, y'all, but I'm not. Right now, I'm really done giving her chances. So
I have never cared for Marlo or her thick ass tongue. So they doing
too much.
They doing the photo shoot. I thought the photo shoot was really cute. It was like it in like, I don't know if she was Storm or whoever it was. The whole thing was like, the theme of it was like really, really cute. Courtney shows up. Courtney says she's a crisis manager. She's a real live Olivia Pope. I said, this bitch is an Olivia Nope. What can you do now? That's what I'm saying. It's like if I feel like the producers told Marlo, every time you mention Candy or any way you can revert whatever is going on back to Candy, you get a bag. She was like, oh shit, watch me whipping Nene this shit. Every time she speaks, it goes back to Candy some
Yeah,
kind of
but that's
goddamn way.
anticlimactic to her anyway. Like, if you want to be a villain, it's fine. You be a villain, but be a villain in a smart way. Don't do it just attack one person and just do it the way it's. And then she always got a hard on with Candy King. I said, first of all, why you think Candy should do stuff for you when you call her a whole last season, all this extra stuff? You was going hard on both of them, and now you expecting them, especially when I'll wait for you to bring up the nephew thing because that connection didn't make any sense. Like, she trying to
Girl,
connect that.
that did not make any connection.
No,
So that's what they got to
you
talking
doing
about
too much.
next. She was saying that because when her sister came, her sister got a little emotional about it. She was saying that her nephew on the front of his obituary, he was wearing a chef's uniform and he took the picture at the old lady gang restaurant where he used to work. And she called Candy when he got shot and asked did he know him or did she know him. And Candy was like, yeah, but he doesn't work there anymore. And Candy didn't act like she was concerned. And I was upset and all my family was upset. We all got a sour taste in our mouth right now from Candy because she didn't show any concern. And Courtney's like, I at least would have reached out and be like, what can I do? What can I do for the family? Bitch, that's what you would have done. You can't speak for what everybody else would have done. Again, if y'all wasn't even cool like that, what you want her to do? What you expecting for her to do?
And I don't think it's much about forgiveness because it was not about my forgiveness. I don't think Kenny hate Marlo, but I just don't understand why Marlo is making her have to be this villain bag on her story for all this damn time for no reason and not making any sense. Not making sense. And you have a peach holder, you have a more opportunity to showcase more of you and what we going on. Because we, to be honest, I really don't know much about Marlo like that.
What does Marlo do?
Besides her two nephew sons that she has.
What does Marlo do? How does she make money? Mm-hmm. I'm nosy. Who all on the show now? It's Candy and Marlo, Sonya and Sheree, Monyetta and Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they housewives.
That's it. And the only real housewife is Sonya, and Drew used to be, she a half a housewife right now as the show is going. But like we all know that divorce is coming up soon. I'm not a Candy fan. I like Marlo, and I think she's doing a lot. But they're very cool for a good minute. Whatever happened. They got to move ahead because they're not going to be cool again. I don't ever remember a time when Candy. I don't know, but I'm not an advocate watcher of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just don't ever remember a time with them being like cool, buddy. I remember a time with them being cordial, but I don't know. That's just me, child. But
yeah,
again,
connection with the nephew and everything. This is my thing with this nephew thing. I feel like she's using this to propel a storyline for herself.
Yeah,
and doing a well job because first of all, you brought your mom last season to meet Candy, and her mom ain't seem like she was upset with Candy about that situation. That sister, and I was a sister that episode last night, I would be upset with Marlo because how dare you use my little son as a muse or something like that and feel some way. I said, first of all, and then she trying to connect that the employee who did that to her nephew works there too. And I said, no. You say, oh, he mad. Why is all this happening, the shooting, and why is all I said? And then Courtney go try and say, oh, but that's probably the culture she brings. It's like that. I said, good, shut the hell up. First of all, you doing no much. I said, shut the hell up. Ain't no culture.
Courtney just need to go sit her ass down.
Y'all not taking into consideration that this happened through the panorama, right? Well, crime rate was an all-time high. Where people lose their jobs, they were staying home all the time, they had nothing else to do. So crime rate was high in every way possible. New York City, Atlanta, any place you wanted, the big cities, crime rate was high because people was doing much and they was not having money. They was on edge. So you cannot use that as a way to explain that this is connection and why Candy's bringing on the shootings and it's like that, like it was Candy's fault that the shootings happening. This didn't happen all in the game, and Blaze all in the game. This didn't happen in the establishment. This person was not hired at that time. You at that point, you didn't even know your nephew worked at old lady gay at that point. and you find out
That's
afterwards.
another thing I'm saying. Like, was you close with him? Did you even know what he had going on in his life, child? That damn Marlo is reaching for the moon, the stars, and everything else. And it's just the connection she was trying to make between all of them. I just wasn't here for it, child. But like I said, now all of a sudden Marlo was like, we got to find out why all of these shootings keep going on at Candy's restaurant. She finna be a whole goddamn super sleuth now. Her and Scooby and Shaggy finna be on the case to find out why all these shootings is happening at Blaze and the old lady gang and all this and that other shit, right? So later on, you have Sheline. She ends up going to the GYN to get an exam. She's got these fibroids. Of course, the doctor tried to joke with her, like she maybe seen something on the ultrasound, but all she seen was, the fibroids, which is what a lot of women go through. I had fibroids that were out of this world up until I had my son. Thank God for my son, because it's just like they just so happened to shrink down tremendously after I had my son. Marlo needs to have several seats, be sat down, need a whole arena full of seats just for her to sit down and catch her goddamn breath, because she getting on my damn nerves. I can't with Marlo. I can't. But like I said, after you have her Sheree going to the OBGYN about her fibroids and whatnot, she says that the GYN gives her options. Either we could give you something that would help to shrink them. You can only take 2 weeks off, 2 to 3 weeks off. Or if we were to do like a full invasive surgery, then you would happen to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. Sheree said, oh no, have you seen my man? I couldn't do the two things I love, have sex and work out. I was like, girl, ain't nobody worried about Martell. He's all yours, girl.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think they really screwing?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. You know why I think so? Because Martell is a hoe. And Sheree seems like the type of woman that wants some sort of companionship. Yeah. But do I think he's just having sex with her? Probably not.
Yeah, but Martell say they wasn't having sex. That's why I said, do you really think they screwing?
I do not see a woman of her grown ass age lying about having. She said it on national TV. I don't see her lying about that.
Oh, you don't think Sheree could be a liar?
I don't think she would lie about who she had sex with.
Sheree could be lying. Sheree lies, so you don't think she would do that. But we all know Sheree lies.
We know she lies. We know she lies, but no, I don't think she's lying. I think they are having sex. I think he's trying to lie to save face for Melody. But yeah, absolutely. I'll bet $10 right now. I bet $10 right now that they have had sex. Absolutely.
I don't know.
I put it on.
Could be, but according to I don't think they really having sex like that. Because
why they let her boring ass back on? Girl, because she fucking around with Martell. That's the only reason why she back on that, Sunshine. Because she fucking around with Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville. But Martell, dick small, per coleslaw. She ain't got the tongue. But Coleslaw was with him and had a whole baby. So this whole thing about him having a small dick, after you have slept with the man multiple times, and then on top of that, have had a child by him, the whole shit about him having a small dick, baby, that goes out the window. It was small enough for you to still be on it. So I don't that's not even an argument. She in lies about everything, but I don't think she's lying about fucking that man. Mel ain't worried about Martell at all. That
don't seem authentic enough to even form a good relationship, to even know that they really do all that extra stuff. So I feel like they were putting on the stuff and shows for us, because I don't think they're really doing nothing. But they are.
I feel like she's way more into him than he's into her, though. She's way more. He ain't into her like that.
Because he's a good-looking guy, but he's broke. Sheree like people with money.
Oh, this whole
Sheree like ugly type of dudes and with money. And Martell is a good-looking dude with no money. So is she really giving up? Is she getting wet over him? I don't think so. She just playing.
What was the felony? Did the felony have any money? He had nothing but dick.
Yes, but he's ugly. Really ugly. He had nothing dick when it's like that. So did she really get wet over him either? Being all, but she don't freaking Sheree. She can't take
Sheree wants to be the next it housewife with that it man on she's on his arm. Slaw said he eat the kitty and the booty like a champ. Ooh. I mean, this tongue game got to change everything. I'm saying.
Like that.
None of her men have ever. Ooh, I don't think she would lie about messing with that old funny looking ass man. I'd lie about not fucking with that. That's just me though. She was trying to move to
situation.
Nah, we're not finna do that, child. Ain't nobody that interested in you. Later on, we got Sonya, her mom, and her daddy. They're doing her makeup for a family photo shoot, right? This is when Sonya tells them that Terrell, her brother-in-law, quit because he's tired of working for her ass. If anything, Coltrane taught it's about having standards. Broke dick ain't it. Okay, come on, Coltrane. They never gonna happen. She gonna continue to get used. Yes, I'm telling you, she line wants to be the next like top prestigious housewife. Girl, it ain't just gonna happen. I'm sorry, and believe me, I want the best for all my sisters out here, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I believe they fucking just because Martell is a hoe like that. Martell is a hoe like that. So yeah, I believe he doing some licking and sticking. He doing something. But yeah, so Tyrell ends up quitting working for Sonya. And she said that, him working for her was already sort of causing a wedge between her and Shezzy, because Shezzy feels like Sonya works him and takes advantage of him as it is. Now, the mom and daddy didn't even know that he quit. And of course, daddy talking about, if you need me, I'm there for y'all. I deliver the you do what I tell you. Like that, you can't send no damn email. You can't answer no damn phone. You can't do nothing, daddy. But that was cute though. He was like, I'm here for you, baby. You tell me to step up, I send the email, I mailed the email. You mail the email, daddy. I thought that was just too damn cute. So what did you think? Huh?
But why would everything quick though? Why was it quick though? Because y'all try to get a house, y'all try to get your own place. Now you quit. Now it's like, what was the point in quitting though? Because the whole point of quitting, the whole point that was connected is to get the connections to build your own thing. So you not unless you working on your own and trying to build your connection in Atlanta and get some real estate business, or continue going back to Texas and work on your project.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And everything, but what are we doing? If you're not doing nothing, so I don't understand what was the point of you quitting.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, are you quitting and moving back to Texas to pick back up doing real estate? Or like, are you quitting and staying in my house? Because ain't no way you quitting and living in my house. Like, them two don't even go together.
And did the sister knew that obviously he probably would have talked to her and they would have to make the decision to him to quit. And that's the case, maybe explain why she wanted to be upset in her feelings about getting kicked out, getting leaved out the house, because then they gonna have no money to move out. I said, that's all you good. You didn't build your property. You didn't build your portfolio. He didn't build portfolio, so none of y'all built anything. So it seems like y'all were just coasting to the coast and just be resentful for no reason. So I don't know what was the point of you quitting when y'all need to.
Yes, exactly. So, child, that's that. And of course, Sonya's in her feelings. Again, y'all gonna have to go to some kind of family counseling to work out that dynamic, because it's just too close for comfort. But like she said, if anything, just don't have no family working for you. Because when you have family working for you, the lines get too blurred and they can disrespect you in any way they want to because they family, but they got to work for you and get paid at the same time, but they ain't gonna respect you. So child, I don't know. Y'all gotta work that out. All the ladies are packing for Birmingham, and they all decide to meet at Sheree's house to ride out because Kenya say her driveway is fucked up. Sheree says like a whole fucking jungle trying to walk down. She ain't finna do all that, right? Now, Candy has a prior engagement, so she's not gonna be able to make it. And Drew is sick with the flu. Influenza, I think she said B. Either way, go A, B, or C. We don't want that shit around us, so she's staying at the house. So they all waiting for everybody to get there so they can ride out. Kenya and Marlo coughing up a whole goddamn lung. That would have made me nervous with y'all. And the way Marlo was hacking. Like, girl, you cover your damn mouth.
Oh, cover your mouth.
Because I don't want to reach back and scratch my head and it's a whole ass loogie in my goddamn penis.
Sonya said between King and Different and Marlo behind her back. I said, Sonya, I love Sonya. I said,
that was just a whole lot going on. A whole lot of goddamn going on.
Question.
So,
Question. Drew was sick, right? But this is the second major event Drew missed. She missed that Ross event, and she missing this trip. This is the second time with your main cast member. Now, granted, she could be sick, and she had a family emergency. But this is the second thing she missed. So is this something that cleaning the household? Because it seems like she's voiding these ladies, and she have a lot of marital issues that are gonna come out of nowhere. Because we're leading into that. So this is the second major thing she missed. So I say, yes, she could be sick, and I guess stay home if you're sick. But it's the second one she missed, and I was like, the only time we actually see him when she had that thing with Candace. But other than that, come on, Drew. Like, you can't keep missing this major group events. What's going on, girl? But we'll see.
I don't blame her. If I got something, I mean,
she's coming next week. I think next episode should be there. So I guess.
And quite honestly, it sounded like Kenya was sick too. When they was on their way to that charity thing, you could hear it in Kenya's voice. Kenya sounded like she was sick too. She probably should have sat her ass out at home too.
So
I don't know what the hell was going on in your throat. Because, bitch, I heard a whole frog up in your throat. That shit sounded wild. Now, Kenya tells them that later on there's going to be a charity event for them. She said, you get to wear a nice, pretty dress. It's nothing serious, whoop-de-whoop, yada, yada, yada. Then, all of a sudden, Sonya going to bust out and say, yeah, did you hear future baby mama going to say, yeah, it was all right when I was eating your booty. How they got on the subject of eating groceries, I don't goddamn know. But then Kenya lets it be known that in her 20s that she was partaking in the eating of the booty. And I thought it was funny as hell when Sonya was like, child, if my husband ever toots his ass up in my face, I passed out. Girl, I passed out. I was laying up in here in the bed watching it early this morning. I just passed out fucking loud. She said, child, if my husband ever toots his ass up in my face.
Can you imagine Wars doing that though? That prune stickler he is. I don't think Wars would ever do something like that. Wars was talking about chick. He's a girl. He had to go back there. Chad Wars looked like the chick. He would clunk. He won't do that.
Listen, I done been in this situation before where I done had a nigga almost like heighting his legs up, and I was like, whoa. What is we doing? This is back in the day before, eating booty. I mean, I'm not a part of the Eating Booty Academy, but this is before then. Even I was like, bruh, is you hot? You need some air? You need me to blow down there? We're gonna keep it up here. Anyways, though, they end up going to this dance class to learn how to do bucking. Okay. Now, the whole reason of them to go was for Kenya and Monyetta to get in a little bit more practicing, but Kenya made it seem like she wanted them to learn a dance routine, and then they were going to have like a buck off, and then later on she was going to decide who the winner of the buck off would be, right? Baby, they was talking about eating groceries. Mm-hmm. I mean, I ain't mad at you. Eat it, girl. Do what you do. Do it for you. Okay. Now, when it came down to the whole bucking competition, Sheree won. Now, we all seen Sheree dancing. Sheree got 2 left feet. She was not dancing good at all. And in the way, I felt like it was shade that Sheree won because she lied to the bitch and told her it was going to be a suite. Girl, why she had her in a little regular room?
She said a bigger room. I don't think she said suite. She said you have a bigger room. She said you would have.
She did. She did. She said that was the biggest room. But even still, it was not.
She said a bigger room. You would have the bigger room. She ain't say it was a suite.
But even still, it was not that big of a room. It was like.
But let's be honest. Production buy these rooms. Sheree didn't pay for that. Yeah, production paid for the room, so they create drama.
Kenya didn't pay for none of that shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Kenya didn't pay for none of that. We know production paid for these rooms, so they pay for these rooms, and they want to make sure the hosts act like they give up these rooms. So I said, no, y'all pay for it. Y'all want to be shady.
I didn't like how Marlo was with the room. She was like, ew, I don't like that. Like, they got a little cheap bottle of champagne. I remember last year I had this and I had that. Like, Marlo, you ain't always came from that, girl. Calm down. I can't stand people like that. I cannot stand people like that.
My
Like,
thing
girl,
is,
stop.
Marlo, if you know this how Kenya MO is, let's say, because she kept saying Kenya is like this with her events. So why you expect this high expectation when you know she's like this? If I didn't know if Kenya was hosting an event, I said, girl, don't expect nothing. I said, okay,
Have a backup.
just have it back your own
Why
bottle,
go
your
and
own.
complain? Just have a backup and shut up
Mm-hmm.
and be done with it. That's all I'm saying. So afterwards, after they have the little buck off or whatever and say Sheree won, they go to eat and Courtney's baby daddy calls her, right? And this is why I say I don't like the fake shit. Kenya fake acts like, oh, his name is Bryce. Oh, the only Bryce I know. He used to be in a singing group. I think it had 3 people in it. Do you know the name of the group? Oh, Groove Theory. Oh, that's your big. Oh, I never knew that. Bitch, you knew that. You knew that. Your acting skills were never very good, Kenya, at all. At all. It was very fake. I could tell it was fake as hell. Your acting skills were not very good, Kenya Moore. I could tell you were faking. Okay.
Now I don't
And
know.
just so
Maybe she
happened
didn't know that Courtney was maybe with him, but maybe she probably knew who Bryce Wesley was. She knew who he was. My that she
she
was
know who
connected.
he was, yes. And
Yeah,
I
she knew
feel
who he
like
was.
she knew that Courtney was his baby. She knew that. I'm sorry. It was fake, and you could tell it was all very fake.
It didn't
Even
be
the way it
performance.
was.
Yeah,
It
she's
was
like,
yes, it
oh,
was very performative. Like,
yeah.
girl,
I said, girl, you probably know more than one Bryce. They didn't know just that one Bryce you know, girl. And then another thing. But my question is, why are you FaceTiming Courtney though? Y'all don't have a young baby. Y'all have a 24 years old, so she's an adult. So what are you FaceTiming her for?
because they fucking.
Because I was like, why are you FaceTiming Courtney in her scene? Like,
Because
it
they
only said,
goosing.
when you coming home. I said, okay, I mean,
Because they goosing.
you know when I'm on a trip, so why are you acting when I come home? You know when I come home. Like, that FaceTime thing seemed like it was a setup. Like you said, it was like a acting. It seemed like a setup. Let me call
Yes.
Courtney and so like that. And
Yes.
then Kenya to come out. I said, oh, I know Bryce. And then they call him back. See, Kenya want to talk to you and everything. And now Kenya shaded him and said, oh, well, I just say he was better than the 90s. I said, because, yes, he was 90s. He's young, but he did grow up. Maybe they wasn't so great for him, but I mean, I didn't recognize that was Bryce, but I don't think he was far off the way he was in the 90s. So if somebody
You damn sure don't look the same from the 90s. I say that because
he didn't
I
look
had
the
to see
same,
his
'cause
old
I didn't recognize him either. So I was
when
like,
she said that they were in Twa now, I would say I'm not a fan of Kenya Moore, but Twa is one of my favorite old school ratchet movies. I love Twa. And when she said it and they showed the picture, I was like, he what?
he wasn't Schwartz.
Oh,
Yes, he wasn't Schwartz. Yeah.
oh, that. And then I had to go back and look at the last week episode and see the picture of him, like, oh, damn, he does look totally different. Totally different. But that, different can be a good thing. It is what it is. Next thing you know, they were talking about like everybody asked like, how was everything, after the whole event that happened the night before? Was everything good? And Sonya was like, everything was good except for, the whole incident that happened between Drew and Marlo. And then this is when Marlo starts to get on my damn nerves. Kenya brings up that she talked to Drew, and Drew said that, Marlo had all this misplaced anger. She was upset with her, how she was, standing over her and she was yelling at her, which she was not standing over her. She stood over her and said something as she walked out, but like the whole time yelling at her, no, it never, she kind of embellished a little bit on that. But then you have Marlo starting to get upset with Kenya. She's like, I don't know why you talking about it. She wasn't even there. I don't know why you had to bring it up. And Kenya was like, hold on, I'm just telling you what she said to me. And then it just kind of had them sort of going back and forth, but it was all on Marlo being real disrespectful. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all.
She don't like Kenya. So it's like Kenya and her just gonna go back and forth. They never like each other. It's oil and water. So they can never get along. So I think the fact that Ken's speaking on it, that's agitated Marlo. Which I said, Marlo though, she just saying what Drew told her.
That's
she
it.
didn't speak on her first account experience. So if you upset, maybe you should be upset. You should talk to Drew and why she brought it to Kenya.
Why exactly in the first place, right?
It's like that, and then you could talk about that. But you trying to talk over her, what she did, no, she was talking. I could talk over you if I want to. I said, oh, so that's the case. So when somebody talk over you, you get mad. It's like that because she don't like that. So now you can say, well, it's like this is stuff that she does. And then people come back on her about this. That she said, oh, I got past trauma. I got past experience. Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't want to hear that
she
shit.
does that. I hate it. I told you I don't like when she does that because she uses it as a clutch. And I said, nah, you would do too much, Marlo. You do too much, Marlo.
I don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear that.
Because opportunity to explain your side. Instead of being antagonistic, you should let Ken say what she said. And you can say, you know what, let me tell you what happened. And I tell you what I did. It's like that.
And then I thought it was really funny how Sonya and Sheree were drunk. They were trying to sit up there and spell it. Sheree and Sonya got a little tipsy when they was drinking on that wine. I thought that was funny. They were sitting up there trying to spell through and had the proper way to spell it and all that. I thought that was funny as hell. But then I did like how Mata was like, okay, so Kenya, have you talked to them people? What they gonna say when we get there? Did you tell them you bring in 5+1s? Do they know all of us is coming to that? Kenya was like, oh, I'm sure they'll be accommodating to me. It's no worries. So you didn't even let them know beforehand that you was coming with a whole production crew. You just had these girls thinking they finna go to this nice, high-class little cocktail party, whoop-de-whoop, and all this was gonna happen, right? Okay, so look here. Like I said, the ladies check into their hotel rooms. Sheree is upset because she thought it was gonna be a suite. It's not a suite. Marlo is upset because she thought it was going to be something extravagant. She was going to have a whole little bar. None of that. Manetta ends up coming. Now, I thought Manetta's little silver jumpsuit was cute. She was giving legs and hips. I thought that suit was really cute. I was like, bitch, I need something like that for my 43rd birthday. I need to find out where that hoe got that. I need to send her a message on IG, girl, where you get that, girl. So Kenya sees Manetta's outfit. It's like, Manetta, we are not going to a strip club. You need to change. This is a classy charity event. They all go down to the car. Kenya is stressing over everybody being there on time. Y'all need to make sure y'all are here. I'm supposed to be there at 8:15. Manetta goes back to the room to change because she was like, okay, I do remember I have a little black dress. Kenya is pressing him. It's a charity event. I need to be there on time. Whoop-de-whoop, yada, yada, yada. They pull up to there because Kenya could no longer wait for them because she had to go. Soon as Kenya pulls up, they all pull up at the same damn time. So you rushing to get there, and y'all all get there at the same time. They walk in there, and it's like a goddamn backyard boogie. It's not.
I was like, really?
Where's the classy charity event at, bruh? But one thing that I did, and I'm not even celebrity, what made me uncomfortable, as soon as they walked into the building, everybody pulled their phones out and started recording them. Everybody pulled their phones out and just started recording them and taking pictures. Like, I could not be, if I was a celebrity, that would irritate the shit out of me. Like, you can't even stand there and have a drink and just be chill. But then again, Kenya, you didn't even tell these people you was coming with all the entourage. You didn't say none of that. So as soon as you get up in there, all the attention turns to them. So what's your thoughts on that, Mizzle?
So this is why I say this. So I got different things. I got some things to say about this. One, you never told these ladies that it was going to charity event until you got in the van. You should have told them there was a charity event so they could pack something extra.
Yep.
So listen, if you know it's a itinerary, we say, listen, this is a trip. Like, if I was planning a trip and I was inviting you, I would say, like, we're going to be doing this, we're going to be doing this, we're going to be doing this. So make sure you pack clothes for this. And it'd be crazy if I tell you we're going to do this and you think it's on summer beach day. And I told you in the van, it's we're going to go into a gala event. You got no gala clothes. That'd be on me because I didn't tell y'all. So it's like, she didn't tell them that was going to be a charity event. She only told them at the van. So, I mean, as housewife, you was packed extra clothes just in case for different scenarios. So I guess they would be prepared for that. But she didn't tell them that. So that's one thing. My thing is, right, she overhyped the situation, which I don't like that because I was like, "Girl, did you know the freaking venue they was going to and stuff like that?" Because I had a experience before, and I told y'all last night with my friend, I was in New York City. She was her birthday, and I wore something like I had some jeans and sneakers like that, and that everything was good. And she said the place we was going to, you can't wear sneakers, you can't wear jeans and everything like that. Now another friend we was going to, she said, no, he could wear that. It's the place we're going to, he could wear that. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna argue. I don't mind putting on some slacks, shoes, and everything. I ain't gonna be that type of person. Give you a hard time. I'm gonna go home, get dressed, come, and everything. I got there, I was pissed because I was like, I didn't have to change my clothes.
Yep.
It was sneakers. I was like, oh my God. Even my friend was like, how am I gonna have to go home? It's like that. So you overhype the situation. And I'm glad I'm on the other end, give you a little pushback. She said, you know what, let me go home, get dressed and everything, change my clothes. My thing is, did people didn't know production? Because if they know Kenya was coming, production usually can't just go to the event and just start filming. They got to get clearance. So my thing is, why did they have to leave? They did not know that Kenya was not going to bring a film crew to come to this event and everything. And I said, because you just don't go to, when you film, when you work on a show, you just can't come to an establishment and start filming. You got to get a permission. You might have to get people to feel comfortable. That's when people get blurred faces because they ain't get no contract with them. They sign no contract, whatever it is. You can't show their face. But the
Kenya didn't even know what was going on
and everything. So that's where the business gets shown. I said it would be no issue of being there because won't you want Kenya and the Housewives there to raise notoriety for the event? It's like that because I say why they have to go. Now they didn't kick Kenya and them out. They kicked the production crew out. But Kenya felt like if the production crew is kicked out, I'm leaving with them too. But I was like, it ain't making sense because I was like, they would have got a clearance with y'all and let you know. Now I'm coming here, we're gonna have film crew and everything. And I think the only reason they probably kicked them out because when Marlo came with that sparkling bottle and she bought the sparkling bottle, I think it raised more attention to them and said,
And you never know too. It could have been a private charity event because I do know of some charity events that are private. That have private donors and things like that. So I was thinking that too, like when they said production had, like you could say, but production has to go. Maybe they're, like you said, she probably didn't get any clearance and there could have been private donors there depending on what the charity was for. For example, say it was a charity event for Planned Parenthood, for example. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to raise money for Planned Parenthood, and you have private donors who could be some people who are congressmen or people who are legislators who don't want their fellow constituents to know that they're supporting women's rights. So they could be private donors who are there at that charity event who don't want to be filmed, who can't have their face out there, that they're behind certain things. And like you said, Ken didn't get no kind of clearance. You came up in here with a whole ass goddamn film crew. I got donor 12387 over there, who's a private donor who only these people at this party, hence why they knew Marlo was coming. They didn't know you was bringing all these goddamn plus fives that you bringing out here with you. They ghetto fabulous, boo.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know you was bringing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, you know, that's the only reason why I would think that they would, because other than that, like you said, I would think you would want them there.
The production set Kenya up. Did production set Kenya up for that? Because I was like this.
I was thinking that too. What if they did it for
Kenya works for the show. The show responsibility to get the clearance to film at an establishment, no matter what is that. Even if I say I'm going to some place, I still will have the production still have to go to that place to get clearance. Unless it's my own establishment, then that's fine. But if it's someone else, they still have to go and get that. They can't just film somewhere without getting the clearance. So now I would say, did that seem like
I don't know? Fuck that up.
Drama? Because they did say the production crew had to leave, but Ken could stay. But Ken said, "Nah, we all could leave." Everything. So I feel that was something crazy. I said, "Dang, it was like getting dressed and then." We get kicked out.
I don't like how Marlo did that. Can we get the sparkler so they can know that we have arrived? Like, girl, you didn't have to do all of that.
Yeah, that was I probably ticked them off and say, you know what, y'all put
right, like yeah.
But then again, I would say, but them being there could help raise the profile of this event. And
exactly, that's what I was saying.
I don't understand what's the point.
You would want them there because they have some notoriety, they have some prestige. And not saying nothing against Alabama, but it was in Alabama and it looked kind of boring just from what we were seeing on TV. They could have brought the hypeness to it. But again, you never know what kind of charity it was, and maybe people didn't want to be filmed. I don't know. But afterwards, Kenya's basically, like I said, the producers let them know that they'd all, production has been kicked out. And so Kenya ends up leaving with them. Kenya ends up going back to her room at 9:32 on the dot. All the other ladies are sitting downstairs. Was it Sheree's idea or Marlo's idea to go to Kenya's room? Because either way it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard Marlo saying something, but then you seen Sheree was like, come on, y'all, let's go to her room. So I don't know who said it first. They made it seem like Sheree said it first. But then they go upstairs, and first they're lightly knocking on Kenya's door, and then Marlo starts banging on her door. I don't know what the point of them was to go into her room for in the first place.
Sheree, I don't know. First, after Sheree knocked, then Marlo said, we'll see if we get a key. Then she kicked the door. Marlo kicked the door twice.
What was the point of that, though?
And then after Saya knocked, and then it was like, oh my gosh. And then that Marlo kept going, Summer. And that's what Ken got in this door. And I say, you know what? I will understand where Ken coming from. I say, banging my door, being
especially if my child is there, and she got a little girl, 3 years old. That could have scared the hell out that little girl. Whew. And the way Kenya reacted, Kenya was pissed.
That's
I don't blame her for that.
As a parent, anybody with a child in a room and you banging like that, that could be something dangerous. Like, my child's in here. What the hell is wrong with y'all? And everything. And yet, I know people saying online that, well, Marlo was not the only one. I said she seen Marlo at the door. She didn't know who else was banging. All she knows, she saw Marlo just keep doing this when she was at the door. And she said, and he said, my child, she said, I don't give a damn, put that child in the room and come out. I said, oh, hold up. You don't give a damn.
That's when I would have put something on, wrapped my hair up, and I would have went outside. Me and that hoe would have had it out. Especially, like I said, she got a 3-year-old. And parents know, especially if you got a rambunctious ass 3-year-old and you just got them little motherfuckers in the bed and here you come knocking on the door, waking their ass up. Bitch, we finna have a whole problem. Me and you finna fight if this little one get up and I just got their ass put down asking for juice box and cheeses and shit all day. Oh no, we gonna have a whole damn problem. So I don't blame Ken. And then again, like I said too, it was after 9:30, probably after 10 o'clock by then, and that could have scared the hell out that little girl. I don't blame her. So Marlo.
Yeah, Marlo was doing the most.
I'm not here for that.
And I was like, Marlo, you had your home. Good thing nothing happened to you and your nephews, but you had your home burglarized, right? So you have to understand the fear that you have somebody knocking or breaking in your door in when your nephew's sleeping and you in the house and like that. Now, granted, I don't think it was home, but it still was freaking. What they were not. The details doesn't matter, but still, you had your nephew's home.
Know what?
And you were a mother of nephews. You want to understand that somebody coming in the door and something like that and I'm banging like that. You would say, hold on, you be protective mode. I said, who knocking on my freaking door like that? Like, come on. And you had to fight. And then they go say, you don't care. So it was roles were reversed. Marlo, you were flipped out. Whether she not, I don't know.
I might be wrong for thinking this, but you think it was somebody Marlo nephews know that came in there and did that to the house?
Yeah.
Because they look like some young boys that did that.
There was some youngsters, but it was dangerous. I feel for her, even though I didn't care for Marlo. I said, "Damn, I hope nothing happens to her."
I feel for her too, but how? I don't know. Something about that just. I don't know. Anyways, though, Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. We can get into that next. This is Mizzle show right here because I want to fight everybody on this.
Yeah, this episode was kind of lackluster. So we will get through it with everything, but yeah, some of them was annoying. A lot of them was annoying me and everything. A lot of them was annoying me. All right, y'all. So this is Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. It's an all-black cast. We got 2 new people that came in the house, but we're going to introduce that later on. But it continued from last week, y'all. So Nick told the people that he has a girlfriend out of nowhere. Everybody was shocked. They did not know he had a girlfriend because they said, how you got a girlfriend when we slid on Shanice's DMs, Jordan's DMs, and Bria's DMs? Now, according to the DMs, we don't know how far it went. You know, he probably was flirty. He probably was showing pictures and everything and fire emojis, all that stuff like that. So that was that. She said, explain to his girlfriend what's going on. He said he been dating his girl for a year and a half. It's a private. She's very private and everything. That's what she didn't show her on social media and stuff like that. Tasia. And he knew her for a long time, but they just now dated for like a year and a half ago. So they were trying to say, okay, so was she's okay? When you slide in these girl DMs or something like that, because they just seemed very fishy. And it was like, what was this? I was like, Nick, that doesn't sound right. And if I was that girlfriend, I would be giving you an earful. So like that. Because I said, how dare you make me embarrass myself?
We'd have a problem, sir.
And you signing people DMs. Like that. So I felt like that was kind of messed up. So I was like, what's the timeline? If it was before, it was in between, before you made it official with the girlfriend or not, or you just said that because you know you got curved by the three ladies, and then you started getting a relationship. And then you said this relationship with this girl.
Yeah,
I don't know. Nick seems off because his explanation, everything just seemed way off. It's like that, and then yeah, we're gonna jump around a little bit. And then he explained about they said that, oh, did you say Shanice supposed to be, you want to marry Shanice and everything? And he said, oh, I never said that. I never said that. He said, well, the cast members say they said that. But the thing is to say, the castmates say you said that, and they had, I think the producer said they had some text messages on audio saying that he said it. So why can't we see it? We didn't see no evidence of that audio or text message shown. So if he did say it, did y'all want to show us that so we get the proof that he did say it?
Well, no, they said that he said it. He said it at their house at a party, and every time he was around, he would say, but they were just showing like the inbox when he was thirst trapping. I mean, not thirst trap, when he was all up in their inbox. But no, as far as him saying that Shanice was his wife, they were just saying that he was saying that. He would say it all the time.
Okay, because I could have sworn they said they had proof.
The same thing. I was like, well, show it. Where the text messages?
Where the proof? Because I could have sworn they said he had some. They had some proof that he said it, and he said, "Oh well, I didn't say that. I didn't say that." So Shanice had to leave for work because you know Shanice only could come there for weekends because I guess she got a new job or something like that. So she had to go. So she couldn't get no peen at the house, and she was upset about that. I said, "Oh, girl, your bitch was getting peen. I understand you on vacation," but then she said she went home. She got a monthly penis. I said, wherever she got this monthly penis, she got it from. But I guess that's a.
I was just like, girl, I sure hate she put it out there like that. She was like, I hate I didn't get to hook up with anybody, but there's always next weekend.
I know.
I mean, okay.
Alex got featuring right now. He just said he want his space, and he kind of weary with you. So who would you hook up with? You can't do Nick. Amir likes Jordan. We don't know what Jason gonna give if he do anything. Preston's not into you. Preston in his whole team, not the opposite team.
Yeah.
So Silas is married. So who would you get peen from, girl?
Who was you gonna get it from? She was trying to get it from Amir, either Amir or Alex, but now one of them, yeah, they wasn't feeling that.
For real.
Girl, they don't want that.
For real. So I said, but she got home. She got her monthly peen. So in a weekend, so like that. So the guys did a workout, and the girls go to Mimosa walk. And I said, well, that Mimosa walk looked nice, but the workout and everything was good. So Silas did a workout with the guys in the lawn, and Silas was pressing on Preston. And I was like, what was that about? What was that about? Because I was like, Preston was trying. It's not like he was sitting there, everybody working out. He just sitting there watching y'all. Preston was trying and everything. And he kept saying, I need you to put a little more effort. And he said, but I am putting the effort. He said, no, just a little bit more. I was saying, but he was doing it like, what is this? Because remember last time, the first episode, Preston said him and Silas was not on good terms when they first started. And because I said, I don't know what was that about. Why y'all was not on good terms? Y'all cool now. They didn't say it yet, but I have an inkling it's because his sexuality. But I don't know if that's the reason. But he said that. But now you pressing him about doing more effort. He's not athletic and fit like everything else as the rest of y'all. Y'all all muscles, slim bodies, swimmer bodies, all that stuff like that. And he's a more thicker person. And y'all, you pressing him about trying harder, which he was. How you feel about that? Because I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
I don't goddamn like Silas. Silas does too much. I get he was in the Army Reserve, so you can see the that history, you know what, you can see that instilled in him. But I do kind of feel like he was just, and let's take it back again with his culture. A mixture of his culture, a mixture of him being in the Army Reserve, a mixture of him wanting to put on this persona of this strong alpha married man. I mean, he was just doing too much. I'm not here for Silas or his scoop ball head ass. Next.
Next, hated it.
Hated it.
So the
He
girls
was
did a
doing too
mimosa
much.
walk.
I'm like Preston. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, I came here to vacation. I didn't come here to bust out a sweat unless I'm doing other things to work up a sweat. I didn't come here to work out and do none of that. I'm here to film with you because this is the next scene we supposed to film. Don't do too much. You're doing way too much. Like, calm down.
Exactly. And I was like, the girls did the mimosa walk. And I was like, Preston, I said, can I do the mimosa walk with them?
Okay.
When they're like drinking the water.
I want to be with the girls. I don't want to be with the boys.
Girls.
I want to be with girls.
So
the boys
that was
do too much.
Yeah, they was doing much. They was talking about Nick and all that stuff like that. Yada yada. After this day, Nick has a girlfriend. Y'all don't want him. Let's let it call it a day. Don't put too much emphasis on that anymore. It's done. It's done. Y'all don't want Nick. It is what it is. So Nick wanted to talk to Silas because they was doing beer pong, a thing. It's like that. And he was like, you need to ease up with Jasmine. You gotta let her have her own autonomy, because if you do too much, she's not gonna be able to do things on her own. I was like, okay. But then he said that the free drinks thing, Silas also mentioned about the free drinks with the girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. And I was like, okay, Silas, we get it. Yes, one of two things. Yes, men buying a lady's drink because they could have something for them, or also men also buy ladies drinks because they feel like, listen, they want to have a good time buying them a drink and there's nothing to it. They won't get your number. I see two things happening. So yes, one way could be happening, another way could happen too. But then again, Jackson with her girlfriends. So obviously, I don't think they will let anybody take advantage of her, especially when they're close and they always hang out and party, that she was going to take free drinks from random people. It's like that. I guess they would buy their own drinks. And sometimes a group of ladies who have a man want to buy you a drink, they would say, oh, hell yeah, buy a drink. We ain't paying our own money. It's like that. But you're not getting one that's going to be a clique. So it's like, what you think about Silas and this drink thing? I said, come on, Silas, we get it. We get it, man.
I don't like Silas. I don't like anybody on this goddamn cast. Silas is just doing too much. At this point, he is like nails on a chalkboard to me. He's just doing way too much. I don't know. I don't have nothing nice to say about Silas.
So Nick Silas is controlling. I said we all see that. He's controlling. He said it's the right thing to do. But Silas did say Jasmine controlled the scheduling, and I control the finance, and that's the balance between us in a relationship. I said, okay. You control the finance, you control the scheduling, I guess. So he gets to give us space to be free, so like that, because if you clutch your curls on her too much, she gonna lose her autonomy. And we don't know, but call her Jasmine is until she get fed up. I guess she gonna continue going on with this until whatever. So we had this scene with Bria, Amir, and I think it was Preston, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they was talking, and Bria was telling the people that Simon's coming, y'all gonna grill him and everything. I said, what the hell did they grill him for?
What would they grill him for?
What you grilling him for? I said, you're not my sister. You're not my family member to be grilling him. Like, we not bestie.
Yeah.
And if it was best friends, I don't feel the need for grilling people. I will feel them out by interacting with them, because when you grill people, they get defensive.
Exactly.
Like so how you get to know the porn, and you trying to get to know them, let them be calm and see how they react. Watch them, observe them. Do you see? You get your answers when you get answers. It's like that. So they say you're gonna be grilling Simon and everything like that. So then Amir, and I'm gonna ask your opinion about this. Amir just broke up crying, and I'm trying to see what was it. Now, we're not saying that men can't cry, because I encourage men to cry and show their emotions and feelings. But I feel like
why would he cry?
Yeah, while he was crying.
What happened?
Why he was crying? Because I feel like it was acting like it was a drop of the dime. You got to cry on scene. Cry. And he just burst out.
I did not understand it. I don't know where that came from. They was goddamn talking, and then the next thing you know, he bust out crying. And I felt like I was in the room with them. I was just sitting staring like,
yeah.
What happened? Did y'all say something to him? What happened? He just started crying and it came out of nowhere. He was like, because you guys just don't know me, and I came here worried about not being black enough, and I realized that there's all kind of black people, and it's great.
Yeah, he don't feel that now. I said he don't feel that now. Like, I was like, yeah, because he was talking about some family was important to me.
Sit your stupid ass down somewhere, man.
He was a professional saying, "Oh, growing up, I didn't feel I was black enough, but I don't feel that now and everything." And I said, because this friend group you with now, y'all all grew up, y'all knew each other in some way, shape, or form. So it's like, not grew up and knew each other, like y'all all had connection with each other. So it's like, obviously you will not feel out of place because you familiarity. It's like that. But
I've been thinking to myself, sir, go sit your stupid ass down somewhere.
Because this came out of nowhere. No tears coming out of his eyes.
Nowhere, nothing. It was a totally uncalled for. It was unwarranted. Nobody said anything directly to you. I don't know. Lord forgive me, but I was just like, okay.
Yeah, we was like the same thing. And Twitter's people was like, we was confused why me was crying too. So it's not like us. Everybody was confused.
So confused. I'm gonna need you to explain that one on a review, partner, because I just you already kind of lost me as it was, but you totally lost me when you started crying. And I feel bad when I see men cry, because to see men, especially black men, cry, that's a powerful thing. But a part of me felt bad because I didn't know what the hell he was crying for, so I can't comfort you if I don't know what you're crying for.
Exactly.
It make sense, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't did.
Come on, boy. I can't hug you with my bosom.
I'm not discrediting that man's tears. I'm just saying I did not understand his tears. That's
we don't understand the tears. That's the issue that we had. It's like that. So Mayor said, let's go fishing. Did y'all been fishing before? People said, oh, yeah. We were fishing before. And they went to fishing. Because he said, whatever fish y'all catch, then we're going to cook it. I said, I know that's right. So like that, but make sure there's no bones. Fun. I want no fish with bones. I don't like fish with bones. So it seemed like the fish they was eating had no bones with it. And anyway, so it was like, I like fish with bones. I hate it. So they was catching fish. She said they was nice, good size. And the guy, whoever was there, he was chopping the head off, chopping the tails off, I guess fixing the fishes for them. And that's that. And this where we start getting Jason and Summer coming on. But this at this time, before the fishing event, this when Nick was telling him about the breakdown of his girlfriend, him and his girlfriend. And at that night before the fishing event, the next day, we get Silas and Jasmine again, hunching up the storm. I said, listen, y'all.
Get on my damn
this is a vacation. Y'all married. We understand. But can we get somebody else? Like, why we didn't see? This is the third, fourth time we seen y'all hunching, and she being loud in the house. Everybody have to hear it. Everybody
disrespectful.
I know.
It's just disrespectful. Like, girl.
I was like, can we get somebody else? Like, can we see somebody else freaking and duking them out? But I said, whatever.
Freaking and duking it out.
It's like there, the Silas and Jasmine again. Yeah, so this is the whole thing. So they after the fishing thing, and after fishing, they came back in the house. They were getting things ready. Before they freaked, this is what happened. Bria and Jasmine was texting each other. They was texting each other, see what's going on. Say, hey girl, what's up on Simon? What's down about that? Yeah, I'm so happy you about to come over soon. And what was that? So then it was like, Silas said, so what we gonna do about Simon? I said, what y'all talk about? What you gonna do about Simon? And he said, well, we gotta have a conversation and sit down and talk to her, explain the thing for Simon, and explain all that stuff like that. Because they think in their minds they never agreed to anything about Simon coming for a week. But actually, they did agree to the Simon coming for the last week because she explained it clearly at the bowling alley. If y'all don't remember, it was a scene at the bowling alley. Yes, they was drinking everything, but they don't seem like they was that drunk to not remember with the conversation. Bria asked clear as day. She said, I want to ask y'all permission and everything because I want Simon coming in, and I know he was coming for the 3 days, but can he come for the last week of the vacation because it doesn't make any sense for him coming for 3 days because the traveling is too long. And it wouldn't make sense. It'd be 13 hours traveling and it'd be a short amount of time. So he came for the last week and stay. Both Silas and Jasmine said, sure, yeah. Yes, he could come over. It's no problem. Now, all of a sudden,
it's a problem.
It's a problem. They just flipped. They just don't remember. Even producers told them that y'all agreed on it. They said, oh, no, she full of it. She full of ish. Nah, she trying to manipulate. I said, so what is she trying to manipulate, though? She asked y'all clear as day, can y'all bring her? He said, y'all said yes. And I was saying, that was messed up. So they had to have a conversation with Bria. At this time, things were getting cooked, all that stuff like that. Silas talked to Bria outside. Now, before we know that, how you feel about that little switcheroo? They agreed on it, and then they saying they can't.
I wonder where did it come from? Like what happened? Or like you said, maybe they had the realization, they had post-drunk clarity and was like, oh shit, did we agree that homeboy was coming? Oh, we said that he could come, which if you're worried about space, he gonna stay in a room with her. So you ain't got to worry about no extra space. You don't already let the heifer bring her dog. So what you worried about him bringing her man for? I don't know if the issue is because maybe he just wanted all black folks there, just to be comfortable, which if that's her boyfriend, regardless of what color he is, y'all should feel comfortable anyway. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's what I was just thinking. But again, I don't like Silas, so he can kiss my ass.
He can kiss my ass. Forever, your enemy.
And I feel like it was more Silas switching it up than it was Jasmine. I feel like Silas was pushing Jasmine for whatever reason to say something. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like too, because I don't know, Jasmine's going on with Silas going on. So Silas wants to talk to Bria about it. She said, okay, we go outside. So what is talking now, this is what Bria lost me. They was talking about the situation, and he felt about how he felt about Simon coming over for the whole week and everything, because he feel like some people ain't gonna feel comfortable. And I said, but who said that? But we're gonna talk about that later on when they had the second altercation. She said, well, I just feel like y'all doing that because he's white. And so he said, hold up. So you really think that over me? You think I'm a racist because he is white and I don't think he don't want to be here? So that's not the issue. She said, because in the van, you saying that you want black women to be with black men and everything. So because my man's white, you have an issue with that. And he said, no, that's not what he said. And the flashback they show is that he said he want black women to be married, period. He want black women to be married. Oh, okay. He wanted black people to be married, black women to be married. He preference is that they would marry a black man, but he never said that they have to marry a black man. He just want to be married. But I don't understand, like I understand what you want them to be, but let black women decide what they want to be. If they want to be married, they want to be single, they want to be poly, they want to be whatever they want to be, let them want to be. Don't dictate that they need to be married. But that's what he wants. So she took that and felt like he just saying that he want black women to be married. And she took that. But I would say, Bria, the issue about him saying for the whole week is not about him being racist to your man. And first of all, black people can be racist to white people. They can be prejudiced, but they can't
that part. Hello.
So I was like, how that lead to race? And I want y'all to explain to me why she felt that way. How that lead to race?
I just felt like
it didn't make any sense.
I feel like Bria is a brat, and she looks for anything to sort of complain and whine about, and any reason for it to just kind of come back and make herself be a victim or whatnot. I just think she needed leverage. She needed something to stand on, and she didn't have nothing else to stand on. And so the fact that he's white in a house full of black folks and you just don't want him to stay because he's white, that's it. I don't even really think his color had anything to do with it per se, but she's just a little brat and she wanted something to be mad at, and that's what she took it back to. I don't think it had nothing to do with the skin.
Well, yeah, I don't think it had nothing to do with skin either. So and then they used the Phil situation that you invited Phil, and then how that happened and all that stuff like that. But I say it seems like y'all making rules out of the whim, and y'all didn't have no set concrete rules when y'all first had that.
Nope, they didn't. Nope, not at all.
Y'all making rules out of the whim of depends on the situation, so it's not really all congruent and organized. Hey, y'all wanted to make it scenes, make it breathe. So that's that. So, you know, Jasmine came outside and then there was a whole thing. She said, oh my God, what you doing? You screaming at my man? I said, Jasmine, she was not screaming, but at the same time, they were going back and forth. But whatever. So Bria got flowers for Simon. Right? And this is where we met the two last cast members. So if y'all see this picture right here, you see Jordan all the way with the white standing up. Next to him is Jason. He came in, and next to Jason in the middle, on top of Bria, is Summer. So Summer came in, and everybody say that Summer gives Hillary Bank vibes from Friends, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She gave him Hillary Bank vibes, and I was asking, "Did y'all see that?" I mean, she probably did get the vibes, but I was like, as I was watching it, I didn't think she.
The only vibe I got from her is just the way she was dressed. But like as far as the way she spoke or her mannerism, I mean, we still learning her to see. I didn't see that because Hillary Banks is very distinct by the way she talks and her mannerisms and different things like that. But the way she was dressed, I've definitely seen that on Hillary before on an episode of Fresh Prince. From the headband to the jacket to the white shirt to the pants to the way they were to the black shoes, all the entire outfit. I have definitely seen Hillary with that. So if that's the vibe that they, you know, if that's what they meant by her appearance, first glance, then yeah, I can see that.
Okay, yeah. Her parents probably gave her vibes, but I said mannerism. I ain't get that yet. So yeah, so like that. But she said she worked at the Sundance Film Festival. That's what she met Jasmine, and she said she also knew Jasmine and Jordan from that time being, and she said no, that was Jason. Never mind, that was Summer. Jason came right after, not too long ago, and Jason came in and he said that he know Jasmine as being roommates with her in New York, right? But he also had to make it clear that he said a lot of people have an issue with sometimes with straight heterosexual men being friends with women and not thinking that it's something to be more to that and not just being friends. Which I understand why he had to make that clarification, because I asked Ultimate in the backstage, I was like, hold up, why emphasize that? I understand her explanation, but I was like, and then I was watching online, people thinking that he's part of one of the community. He's part of the girls. So I said, why are people thinking that he's part of the community? Like, did they know him from somewhere else?
At all?
Did they know him from somewhere? Because everybody's saying, I think they thought he was part of the community, like he was gay or he was bisexual. And I said, I don't know why. Now, you know, I fanboying for Jason anyway, because when Jason came out, I said, oh, hey, Jason.
Mizzle said he was lanky and mad. He won't need fan. I turned my camera off, y'all, because I seen the lag that I was having. But yeah,
when they come in and explain explanation, and there's Summer, those two people.
I mean, exactly that. I think he was explaining that because later on, I can see that there's going to be an issue between him and Silas. I think he was basically saying that more or less to reference the fact of, you know, some people think that when you have, you know, a straight heterosexual man that they're friends with another woman, they automatically think, oh, are you trying to have sex with them? And da-da-da. And another reason why he said that is because he was roommates with Jasmine, you know, back in the day or whatever point in time. I think because Silas has a problem with it. And, you know, later on, we're going to see him and Silas are going to end up having an issue. Silas is low-key jealous of Jason and Jasmine's relationship. And that's going to come to fruition in a couple of episodes. We can already see that.
Silas, get over yourself, because you ain't over that ass.
Seriously. It's like he got little man complex or something. Like, calm down.
For real. Now, question. Remember Mariah was on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah and Jasmine said when Mariah came to New York, Jasmine was homeless and they lived in a car. When did Jason and Jasmine were roommates? Was it before the homeless situation? Because I don't know when this connection. Because you say you was in the car with Mariah, but you was roommates with Jason. So how this happened? What was the timeline?
Something about that whole scenario don't make sense. I don't quite know. How long were y'all roommates?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Something about that is off. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Did he leave and then you couldn't afford to place yourself anymore?
But what I will say is I don't like how Mariah is not in the cast photo.
Mm-hmm.
But you got these other two that came in 4 episodes later and they're in the cast photo.
Yeah.
I don't like that. They did Mariah dirty. I don't like that. I don't like none of them.
I don't like none of them.
I don't like none of them.
Now, Jordan, let me get on you real quick, girl. If your personality is just gonna be a Playboy bunny, just like Jasmine personality is being married, we don't want to hear it. Because this is the numerous of times you keep telling us that you was Playboy bunny. This is not your personality. This is not your identity. We get it. You was a Playboy bunny. But every time you keep mentioning that, you said, "Oh, I want to know because I was a Playboy bunny. I want to know people's attention." I said, "Girl, you wasn't that important because we didn't know you like that to be honest. You was grand.
We wasn't worried about you, girl.
You being a figure Playboy bunny that everybody got to look at." So, oh, I know. I didn't know who you were. So why are you thinking somebody gonna be pressed about you being Playboy bunny? You keep mentioning it up, just like a man keep mentioning that he's bisexual. Oh, not child.
Is he? What?
He wasn't there. Y'all know that.
What was that? Orgasm. What you know it is?
A man said he's biracial. Like y'all keep mentioning that, and just like Jasmine said she's married. I said we get it. We get it. That's your identity, y'all. Let's let it.
We don't care. We do not care.
For real. Because I said, Jordan, stop that. You get him. You aggravate me now, girl. So Bria was on the phone with Simon. FaceTime Simon. He said, "Hey, how you doing, boo? What's going on? Let me get some pictures. You know, when you vacation, you want to see some pictures and everything. You know, this is what we do as adults." Then she said, "Okay." She said, "Let me see your dick." That's what she said. He showed her. She said, "Oh my gosh, yes, okay, 10 inches."
I don't know what all that, but hey,
obviously he probably could have. But I said, girl, you don't want to put that out there like that.
I have seen some pornos with 10 inches on it from some white men, so the possibility is there. And he is from Germany, so
yeah. And I'm not knocking that he could not. I don't think she's lying about that. I was making a pause because I was like, girl, there's a vultures out there.
Don't let shorty come swing my way.
The next minute you know, somebody be on their phone. Oh, 10 inches.
I'm just saying, if Mr. 10 inches come swing this way, I'm gonna catch it. Okay?
They be at DMs real quick. I bet you right now, when you mentioned that 10 inches, they was on his DMs 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds. 10 inches.
They in his DMs right now.
When that 10 came out your mouth, they was already in that. He already had 5 messages already. Girl, stop playing. I was like, you don't want to put it out there, girl. Don't do that.
Okay, y'all would not know.
For real. Just see that they said, okay, I love it. Send more. It's like that. But so Bria didn't like that she couldn't get her way. I said, this is the manipulative, this is the spoiled brat coming from. And y'all made her that way. She got what she said, you know what? I'm packing, I'm leaving. Because they didn't want my man to come here, and I really asked them, and they didn't want to, no, this is the problem. No, I'm gonna pack, I'm leaving. I said, leave. I'll pack for you. Child. Here. Throw it on there. Things like that. So she's over there packing. Everybody having a good time, having a toga party. They were nowhere paying attention to Bria. But Silas, he wouldn't take upon himself to talk to her. I said, can you not, just because Jordan toga party like everybody else? Nobody cared about Bria, what she was doing. You could have left her alone. He went upstairs. He went to have a last conversation with her. And he wanted to go about this racist thing. He said, I don't believe why you talk about how we got there, why it's about race, I don't like that. But then it was a miscommunication, misunderstanding. Then he said, you know what, you try to be manipulative. And she said, no, I ain't trying to be manipulative. Well, you control it. And then they started having a screaming match. This when she was yelling at your husband, Jasmine. And I guess Jasmine was starting because they was going back and forth screaming at each other now at this point. Saying that you controlling, manipulative, I said, y'all both was right. He is controlling, you is manipulative. Quote of the day. What you wanted today. And that's how it ended. And we're going to see for next week. How you feel about that whole conversation? Because that was went left real quick.
It was stupid. And I feel like I do somewhat appreciate that Silas was like, hey, your homegirl is upstairs upset. I feel bad. We all down here partying. Let somebody go talk to her. Jasmine was like, I don't care. She can be mad. I don't give a shit. Which again, I say this every review. I don't know what kind of friends they are, but they don't seem like no close friends to me, because are they frenemies or something? Because Jasmine don't give a damn about her. So Silas does go up there to try to talk to her. But when she flipped the whole thing and was, it was dumb. Like I said, Bria is a brat. She is a spoiled little baby brat that if she don't get her way, she's going to throw a hissy fit. Silas is a controlling man child, his damn self. So they both like oil and water. And Jasmine is right there in the middle of it, looking stupid.
Exactly. But well, that's it, y'all. That was Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, and everything. And how y'all feel about these people? I know people was quiet. I guess they would listen to us. Are y'all live? Are we recording over here?
You live, ho. Live, ho. Okay.
Yeah, listen. We don't got nothing to say about this show. I know that's right, because this episode was kind of lackluster. I don't know what the hell this gave us. This episode seems way out of pocket, way out of left field. It didn't give us much, because most of the time they was doing leisure activities that we didn't even give a damn.
Not any doggone way, okay?
It's like that, and it's disjointed conversations, and I better let you know. There may be more spice going on this freaking episode going on. No more voting. And you know they'll vote next time. I said, what we did? This is Summer House or this Big Brother? Why are we voting?
Right. That's so stupid. I can tell you, you hear it from me first. I will not be reviewing the next season. I will be in the chat while Mizzle reviews the next season of Summer House.
We're going to see how it goes, y'all. But yes,
I will be in the chat. Somebody else can take this place, because I'm not dealing with these fools the next season. I can't.
I can't. So that's it, y'all. So next Monday will be on my channel for the next set of episodes for Summer House and Real Housewives of Atlanta. And subscribe to our channel. It's Mr. 14, Auntie Momo, and our socials right there. And the thing was Cash App us is my Cash App is $ Mizzle140. And Auntie Momo Cash App is $ Mo 512.
Moham 512.
Moham 512. Yeah. Okay. That. Anything else? Oh, I will be doing my power review this late Friday night, early Saturday morning, 12:45 Eastern PM, and finish off power. You know, I've been slacking. We're going to talk about the last 3 episodes. There'll be a discussion. So join us there. And next Sunday will be Mr. Social Corner on 4:00 p.m.
I need to get caught up with the season of Power, because I've been watching yours and Ashley's reviews, so I know everything that's going on with it. Like, okay, is Tommy coming back? You say you haven't watched it. Have you watched the last 3 episodes?
No, I gotta watch it.
Okay, well, never mind then. I don't want to spoil it, because I'm like, okay, so does that mean Tommy is coming back? And then I don't like the way Tommy and Tasha ended their little thing. Like, that didn't make no sense to me. Like, and then that bitch Lauren, I don't like that bitch. Is Monet dead? Or like, is this a whole lot of
I know that Sax is dead.
Sax is dead. That's all we know. That's all we needed. Sax is dead. He didn't nobody else need to die. He needed to die. Kana needs to die too. But you know, but that motherfucking the sus D, D and Drew, they gotta go. I'm sorry, I ain't about killing no kids, but Diana and Drew, they gotta go.
Child. Now I don't know, but Drew is messed up in his head because Monet did some things to their children.
Yeah, but that Diana, you wait till you see the end, goddamn. Or like, if you're now already heard the reviews, like I said, because I've been watching, I watch yours and I watch Ashley's. And I watched Ashley review. Ashley did the review early because she seen the leak on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that she ended, baby, Diana and Drew, they gotta go. If don't nobody else go, Diana gotta go.
I will watch this Wednesday and Thursday overnight, and we will catch up. It's like that. But that's it, yeah.
All right, we appreciate y'all. Y'all could have been doing anything else on a Monday night, but you came here to kick it with us, and we appreciate y'all for it so much. Don't forget, next week, Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific Time. We will be on Mizzle's channel. That's Mizzle 14 on the YouTube. And we will catch y'all next week, Monday, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. This has been Real Housewives of Atlanta and Summer House Martha's Vineyard. We'll see y'all next Monday. Bye.
Bye.